She insulted my dress in front of everyone before prom. Made me feel like I didn't belong at my own dance. But she didn't expect that night to show everyone her real face. And trust me, karma wore heels. My name is Peyton. I'm 17. Senior year. And prom was supposed to be magical. You know, the night you dream about since freshman year. The dress. The photos. The memories. I spent months planning. Saving money from my part-time job. Scrolling through hundreds of dresses online. Then I found it. The one. A soft lavender dress with delicate lace sleeves. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't over the top. But it was perfect. It was me. I showed my best friend Maya. He loved it. Said it was elegant. Different from what everyone else would wear. I felt confident. Excited. Ready. But our school has her. Vanessa. Senior. Popular. Pretty. And obsessed with being the center of attention. Especially at events like prom. Vanessa thrives on being the most glamorous person in the room. She plans her outfits months in advance. Posts teasers on Instagram. Makes sure everyone knows she's the queen. And if anyone threatens that, she destroys them. I didn't think my dress would be a problem. I wasn't trying to compete with her. But apparently she saw it differently. 2 weeks before prom she saw my dress. I was showing Maya a photo in the hallway. Vanessa walked by. Stopped. Leaned over my shoulder. That's your prom dress? Her voice was loud. Bucking. I nodded. Tried to smile. She laughed. Really? You'll be laughed at wearing that. Her friends giggled. My face burned. She walked away. But the damage was done. I didn't want to ruin my night worrying about her. But deep down I knew something had to be done. The week before prom, a group of us had a small get-together at someone's house. Just to hang out. Show each other our dresses. Take pre-prom photos. It was supposed to be fun. Low-key. But Vanessa was there. Of course she was. I arrived with Maya. We were laughing. Excited. I had my dress in a garment bag. Some girls were already showing off their outfits. Vanessa stood in the center. Her dress was stunning. Red. Sparkly. Expensive looking. Everyone complimented her. She soaked it up. Then she saw me. Peyton. You brought your dress. Let's see it. Her voice was sugary sweet. I hesitated. But everyone was watching. Waiting. So I unzipped the bag. Pulled out my lavender dress. Held it up. For a second there was silence. Then Vanessa tilted her head. Smiled that cruel smile. Wow. Did you pick that yourself? Or did your grandma help you shop? Her friends burst out laughing. Some other girls looked uncomfortable. But no one defended me. Vanessa kept going. It's just so vintage. Like not in a good way. More laughter. Someone pulled out their phone. Started recording. I felt my throat tighten. My hands shook. I folded the dress. Put it back in the bag. Vanessa smirked. Don't worry. I'm sure you'll blend in with the decorations. She turned away. Laughing with her friends. I grabbed my stuff. Left early. Maya followed. He hugged me in the car. Said Vanessa was jealous. But it didn't feel like jealousy. It felt like humiliation. The next few days were awful. The video from the party circulated. Not everywhere. But enough. People whispered. Some laughed when I walked by. Someone commented on my Instagram post. Can't wait to see the grandma dress at prom. I didn't respond. Just deleted the comment. But it hurt. Vanessa didn't stop. At lunch, she sat at her usual table. But loud enough for me to hear she critiqued everything. Her hair is going to be a mess. I guarantee it. She probably can't even afford a good makeup artist. I heard her date is only going with her out of pity. Her friends laughed. My date Ethan was a nice guy from my math class. We weren't dating. Just going as friends. But hearing that still stung. During prom committee meetings, Vanessa made subtle digs. We need elegant decorations. Not outdated ones. She looked at me when she said it. I ignored her. Focused on planning. But inside I was breaking. Then one afternoon I overheard her talking to her friends in the bathroom. I was in a stall. They didn't know I was there. Vanessa was reapplying lipstick. Peyton actually thinks she's going to look good at prom. It's hilarious. I'm going to make sure everyone notices how ridiculous she looks. One friend laughed. How? Vanessa smirked. I have a plan. Trust me. She'll regret showing up. They left. I sat there, frozen. She was actively planning to humiliate me at prom. In front of everyone. I couldn't let that happen. I walked out of the bathroom. Went to the library. Sat alone. And thought. Vanessa thought she was untouchable. That her looks and popularity made her immune to consequences. But she was wrong. Because I realized something. Vanessa's biggest strength was also her weakness. Her vanity. Her need to be the center of attention. Her mean girl attitude that she hid behind a pretty smile. Everyone saw her as perfect. But they didn't see the cruelty. The manipulation. The way she tore people down to feel superior. If I could just let people see the real Vanessa, she'd destroy herself. I didn't need to embarrass her. I just needed to let her true colors show. And prom was the perfect stage. I started planning. Not revenge in the traditional sense. But strategy. I knew Vanessa would try to sabotage me at prom. So I had to be ready. More than ready. I had to be untouchable. First I worked on myself. My confidence. I practiced walking in my heels. Perfected my makeup. Watched tutorials online. Asked Maya to help me with my hair. We did a trial run. It looked beautiful. Elegant. Exactly what I wanted. I also reached out to Ethan. Made sure he knew what might happen. He was supportive. Said he'd have my back. Then I did something smart. I talked to some girls Vanessa had hurt before. Quietly. Privately. Turns out I wasn't the only one. Vanessa had mocked, manipulated, and bullied multiple people over the years. They were scared to speak up. Scared of her social power. But they were tired of it. One girl, Sophie, told me Vanessa spread a rumor about her last year. Ruined her reputation. Another girl, Claire, said Vanessa stole her date to homecoming by lying to him. I didn't ask them to do anything. Just listened. Validated their experiences. But I planted a seed. Wouldn't it be nice if people finally saw who she really is? They agreed. We didn't plan anything concrete. But we had an understanding. The week of prom I stayed calm. Confident. When Vanessa made comments I smiled. Didn't react. Didn't give her the satisfaction. She seemed frustrated. Like she wanted me to break. But I wouldn't. Not this time. The night before prom I tried on my dress one last time. Looked at myself in the mirror. And I felt beautiful. Not because of the dress. But because I finally believed in myself. Vanessa's words didn't define me. Her opinion didn't matter. I was going to prom for me. Not for her. And if she tried to ruin my night, I'd let her behavior speak for itself. Prom night arrived. I got ready at Maya's house. We did our makeup together. Laughed. Took photos. Ethan picked me up. He looked great in his tux. Told me I looked stunning. I actually believed him. We drove to the venue. A fancy hotel ballroom downtown. Lights. Decorations. Music already playing inside. We walked in. The room was packed. Students everywhere. Dresses in every color. Suits. Laughter. Energy. I took a breath. Felt my nerves settle. Then I saw her. Vanessa. Standing near the entrance with her date and friends. Her red dress sparkled under the lights. She looked gorgeous. I'd give her that. But when she saw me, her smile faltered. Just for a second. Then it returned. She walked over. Her friends followed. Peyton. You actually came. Her voice was loud. Sweet. Venomous. And you wore the dress. How brave. Her friends snickered. Some students turned. Watching. Ethan squeezed my hand. I smiled. Come. Thanks, Vanessa. You look great too. She blinked. Like she expected me to be defensive. Upset. But I wasn't. I walked past her. Into the ballroom. Found our table. Sat with Maya, Ethan, and some other friends. Vanessa watched. I could feel her eyes on me. But I didn't care. The night went on. Dinner. Dancing. Photos. I was having fun. Genuinely having fun. Then Vanessa started. She accidentally bumped into me near the punch table. Made my drink splash slightly. Oops. Sorry. She laughed. Her friends joined. I grabbed a napkin. Smiled. No worries. Didn't let it ruin my mood. Later on the dance floor she made a comment loud enough for people to hear. Some people just don't know how to dance. She was looking at me. Mocking my moves. A few people glanced over. But then something happened. One girl, Sophie, stepped forward. Looked at Vanessa. Actually, I think Peyton looks great. Vanessa's smile froze. Another girl, Claire, nodded. Yeah, he's having fun. Unlike some people who just tear others down. Vanessa's face flushed. She laughed it off. But I saw the crack. The shift. People were noticing. Not just her beauty. But her attitude. Her cruelty. Halfway through the night they announced prom court. 5 couples nominated. Vanessa and her date were one. No surprise. But so were Ethan and I. I was shocked. I didn't even know we were nominated. The DJ called us all to the center of the dance floor. Spotlights on. Everyone watching. Vanessa stood next to me. Her jaw tight. She leaned over. Whispered, "Don't embarrass yourself up here." I ignored her. The DJ played music. We were supposed to dance. Show off. Have fun. Vanessa immediately started. Big moves. Flashy. Trying to steal the spotlight. Spinning. Posing. Making sure all eyes were on her. But then she got too confident. Tried a dramatic spin. Her heel caught. She stumbled. Almost fell. Her date caught her. She laughed it off. But people saw. Some giggled. Whispered. She tried to recover. Kept dancing. But her energy shifted. Desperate. Overcompensating. Meanwhile I just danced. Nothing fancy. Just swaying with Ethan. Smiling. Relaxed. Genuine. The DJ commented, "Look at Peyton and Ethan. Just vibing." The crowd cheered. Louder than they did for Vanessa. I saw her face. Panic. Jealousy. She tried harder. More moves. More attention-seeking. But it backfired. People started murmuring. She's trying too hard. Why is she so obsessed with attention? She's kind of mean, isn't she? Then someone's phone buzzed. Then another. Students checking their screens. Confused looks. Whispers spreading. I didn't know what was happening. But Vanessa did. Her face went pale. One of her friends showed her a phone. She grabbed it. Her hands shook. Turns out someone had posted the video from the pre-prom party. The one where Vanessa mocked my dress. But this time with context. Screenshots of her other mean comments. Messages she sent in group chats. Photos of her mocking other students over the years. All compiled. All posted on a public Instagram story. Anonymous account. But everyone knew it was real. Students started watching. Sharing. Commenting. Vanessa is so fake. She's been mean to so many people. Why does she act so perfect? The post was going viral. At least within our school. Right there. In the middle of prom. Vanessa looked around. Saw people staring. Whispering. She tried to smile. Act normal. But the damage was done. The DJ announced the prom king and queen. Ethan and I didn't win. Neither did Vanessa. But she didn't care about that anymore. She cared that her mask had slipped. That everyone finally saw the mean girl underneath the pretty dress. After the announcement, Vanessa disappeared. Her friends stayed. But she left. Went to the bathroom. I saw her later. Sitting on a couch in the hallway. Alone. Makeup smudged. She looked small. Broken. Part of me felt bad. But a bigger part remembered the weeks of torment. The mocking. The humiliation. I walked over. Stood in front of her. She looked up. Eyes red. Did you do this? Her voice cracked. I shook my head. No. But I'm not surprised someone did. You hurt a lot of people, Vanessa. She stared at me. Silent. Then whispered, I didn't mean to. I sighed. Maybe you didn't. But you did it anyway. You made people feel small to make yourself feel big. And eventually people notice. She looked down. I turned to leave. Then stopped. For what it's worth, your dress is beautiful. You didn't need to tear anyone down to shine. You just chose to. I walked back inside. The rest of the night was amazing. People came up to me. Complimented my dress. My confidence. Apologized for laughing before. Sophie and Claire hugged me. Thanked me for standing up. Even though I didn't post anything. Ethan and I danced until the last song. Took 1,000 photos. Made memories I'd never forget. Vanessa stayed in the hallway. Her date left early. Her friends eventually checked on her. But the damage was done. Her reputation shifted. She wasn't the untouchable queen anymore. She was just a girl who got caught being mean. After prom things changed. Vanessa stayed quiet. Didn't mock anyone. Kept her head down. Graduation came a few weeks later. She gave a speech. It was good. Gracious. Maybe she learned something. Maybe she didn't. I don't know. But I moved on. As for me, I gained something more valuable than revenge. Confidence. Self-worth. The realization that people's opinions don't define me. Vanessa tried to make me feel ugly. Small. Unworthy. But all she did was push me to find my own strength. I didn't need her approval. I didn't need to be the most glamorous. I just needed to be myself. Prom night taught me that true beauty isn't about the dress. Or the makeup. Or the Instagram likes. It's about how you treat people. How you make them feel. Vanessa had the perfect dress. But she had an ugly attitude. And in the end everyone saw it. She insulted my dress before prom. Tried to ruin my night. But instead, everyone saw her real face. And I finally felt free. So that's my story. The mean girl who mocked my prom dress and ended up showing everyone who she really was. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever been insulted at a big event like prom or homecoming? How did you handle it? Share your story in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want more prom revenge stories or high school drama, let me know. Should I do a story about a cheating prom date? Or maybe a dress-stealing rival? Drop your ideas below. I'll see you in the next one.